Bilbo's Berber Bilber Billboard.
Monday, October 12th, 2015. Columbus sucks his mother's cocks in hell. Or The Problem with Everything. I'm Holiday Rob, and this is
Lowki Sapfoot.
And we're here to, well, we don't have a guest this week, but we're here talking about all kinds of fun shenanigans that we missed over the last week.
Yeah, we missed last week. We had technical difficulties.
And,
so, yeah.
But there were adventures. There were adventures to be had, and
we
go into deepness about all of them. But you can always listen to this podcast. You can check it out. It's at soundcloud.com/The Problem with Everything. That's all one word, I believe.
Yeah.
We also have a Facebook page, so you can just look up The Problem with Everything. We're also on iTunes, so again, look up The Problem with Everything. It's under podcasts. It's free to join. You just press a button. It's not very hard. I know some of you don't even want the effort of typing in such a long name. Well, too bad. Do it.
You could probably get away with not even having to type it in. If you know one of us on Facebook, you'll probably see, well, not me because I don't post because fuck Facebook. If you know Rob on Facebook, you'll probably see him share The Problem with Everything. Then you could click on it, and then you could fucking highlight the name and Control C, and then paste it into iTunes, and then... Which might be more work than just typing it.
But every Monday I do put out a promo video, and I do put a link up for it. So, again, you don't have any excuses. Just stop being fucking lazy. If you like what we do and you think...
To be fair, they're listening to it right now, so they probably clicked on it. You should probably not berate our beloved listeners.
I love berating people.
Me too, but, that's why you gotta pick your battles.
That's why I want to be a school teacher.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Between me and you, fuck these listeners. Don't tell them.
Shh. They don't want to know. You can also get a hold of me on Twitter at Holiday Rob. It's all one word. I'm also on PSN Network, PlayStation. For those of you not in the know, I play PS3.
You Luddites.
Battlefield 3 online, and on there I'm Holiday_Sale, just like the amazing band that I'm sure all of you love and know still. And where can they get the good people get hold of you?
I'm on the Twitter at Sapfoot, and you can find me on the Xbox Live if you want to play hockey or whatever. You can find me on Xbox Live, Live World 23, which I would love to change to Lowki Sapfoot, but they charge for it, and I'm not paying the money. So go buy my album, and then I'll be able to afford paying fucking goddamn Microsoft to change my gamer tag.
That name again is Lowki Sapfoot. One more time, it's Lowki Sapfoot. Did you hear that? It's Lowki Sapfoot. I love it on the radio. They gotta say everything 3 times.
It does help.
In case you forget about things.
Yeah, so Live World 23 on Xbox Live, Sapfoot on Twitter. Find me. Send us pictures of your junk, and we'll send you free Batwings holiday sale and quietly kept merchandise.
Right? What more could you ask for?
Yeah, if you want to email me, LowkiSapfoot, all one word, at gmail.com. There's a W in Lowki. It can be tricky, but I have faith you can do it. So.
I have faith in you too.
Send me boobs or dicks or buttholes or whatever. This is purely scientific, by the way. I'm just collecting data.
Pretty much. You're like the Google image search. After a while, you're going to be able to, craft the finest genitalia.
You're making it sound like I'm going to be, selling their dick pics that they send me. I will not share it with anyone. It's just for my personal collection. I'd like you to send me your genitals or your parts.
I thought you were going to make a mosaic out of it, the ultimate dick pic.
Maybe. If you give me permission to use your junk in artwork, just include that in the email. And then,
have you ever seen the George W. Bush mosaic that's made out of buttholes?
No, but that's awesome. I have seen a Rick Santorum mosaic made out of gay porn.
Oh, good one.
Yeah.
I would like to see the mosaic of Dick Cheney made out of misery that he's caused.
Yeah.
He's caused enough on his own that they could make a fucking mosaic out of millions of pictures. Fuck you, Dick Cheney.
Yeah.
Anyway, we kept it real this week. It's dirty, filthy, silly, funny. Yeah, we pretty much used most of the bad words that you can find out there.
I probably offended most of the Abrahamic world.
Black people, gay people. We covered our bases.
White people.
Well, you don't make fun of white people.
Well, nowadays that's the only ones you can make fun of without consequences,
right?
Which is probably for the best. That's a good overcorrection, and then we'll bounce back to the middle, and everyone can be happy.
Yeah, then everybody can. Then everybody can blame the Jews again.
Yeah, it'll all come back around, just like the 90s. So put on your flannel and your neon Air Jordan pumps.
And your Jinko jeans and your Alex Mack condom caps.
Yeah, it's on. You'll hear talk of new Batwings. I'm very excited about this prospect. So you'll hear me gush about such things in this podcast.
And hopefully you won't get all gushed on.
Yeah, well, or maybe you will.
Maybe you want to.
Let the juices flow.
Prepare the money shot. I haven't done that one in a while.
Prepare the money shot.
Yeah. I'm not as good at it. Yeah. MJW.
He was the master.
That was his mating call.
Yeah.
Across the room.
All right. Enjoy. We're gonna kick it off. What does that mean to kick us off?
Like shoes or something.
What is this? Fuck it. I'll play it live. We'll do it live. To kick us off, let's do a remix of sorts, or what is it? It's like a cover. It's like a self cover.
Yeah, kind of remix-ish.
Yeah, well, it's not a remix because there's no.
There's no vocals.
Well, I don't know.
It's a tribute. It's an 8-bit tribute to the Fallen.
Yeah,
Batwings for Lab Rats.
What song is it? Not Afraid.
Not Afraid.
By Batwings for Lab Rats. By Rob, originally by Batwings for
On
Lab
a phone.
Rats. Yeah.
He did it from a phone.
He made it on his phone. So pretend you're playing the official Batwings for Lab Rats 8-bit video game.
Boom.
And then listen to this song. And then we'll see you on the other side to tell you our tales of travel.
Yes.
Word.
Son of a bitch, Rob.
Sons of a bitches.
I'm pretty much just lucky I got home in one piece.
Not getting pushed off a bridge.
Yeah. I saw rats, though, when we were in Santa Monica. I saw, like, a whole bunch of
wild rats?
Yeah. Okay, so, like, when you overlook, like, Santa Monica Pier is, like, where the street Santa Monica ends.
Okay.
And there's, like, and that's where Route 66, like, ends. On its westward route into the ocean.
That's where when all she wants to do is have some fun and watch the sun come up.
Or
Santa Monica Boulevard. Or
yeah.
Set.
Yeah.
Whatever she does.
Sorry,
Sheryl Crow, that's where she hangs out.
All I wanna do is have home. That song.
Yeah, that's what I was referencing. Yeah.
I got it. I knew it. Because I always think of that stupid song, too. Because as a 90s child, I'd be like, huh. Not like, this song is great. Just like, huh.
That's the Mecca, Santa Monica.
Mild indifference. But anyway.
Partying like the crow.
So the pier, right? The pier, like, stretches out. And so there's, like, the bottom part that connects to the beach where the road is. And then there's, like, the top part, which is, like, all the restaurants and shopping and the walkway and stuff. But there's this, like, running path that replaced an older one, apparently, because the old one, like, collapsed. And so you can kind of see it just right over the edge. It's only, like, 10 feet, 7 to 10 feet lower.
Yeah.
But you can see, like, old rusty pipes, and it was like they didn't even bother trying to clean it up or demo it. They're just like, we'll just let it fall apart. And
it needs a little chaos.
Yeah.
The world needs chaos.
And so, but now there's rats living down there, and I'd never ever seen them. I've been there, like, a handful of times. I've been right in that spot area, like, a bunch of times. And so we were there, like, at sunset, being all, oh, it's sunset. And I'm, like, watching these, like, rats, like, running back and forth, and I'm like, wow, there's quite a few of them. And I saw at least, like, maybe 6 or something. But, so on the other side of the path, there's, like, benches where homeless people sleep during the evening, and garbage cans. And so we're sitting there on one of the benches, and I'm just watching these rats, like, run up from down below, onto the path, across the path, under the trash can, into the trash can somehow. And I can just hear them digging around.
Probably had a little path dug out.
Well, they definitely knew. They'd like get up there and like look around, like hang out behind the fence, and then like
how big were these rats?
They were surprisingly not that big. Like there's no way you'd mistake them for a chihuahua, or they would eat a chihuahua. They were kind of like the smaller pet size, like
okay.
like bigger than a banana, but not bigger than a yam.
Okay, all right, cool.
So it was pretty interesting. Hey everybody, we're back. We're back.
Yeah. If you missed Rob last week, he was on the tour,
and we tried to send an update, and things just don't work out sometimes because technical difficulties is what I'm going to call it.
I recorded a super secret episode by myself that you're never going to hear.
You might. One of these days it'll be the super lost episode.
Yeah, one of these times maybe we'll just put it out.
Right.
I would have just put it out anyway, but I keep saying in it, like, and Rob will be up here in a few minutes with an update from the road.
So annoying. Well, okay, so then I forgot the mount. Like, usually I have a car mount.
What was that?
That was a Kayla sneezing.
Huh.
It's okay. Usually I have this mount, this like suction mount that I can...
Your trusty steed?
that I can put on the that I can put on the car windshield, and then we can hang the recorder from there and talk while we're driving, because that's when we have the most time to just sit around and whatever. But
you forgot it.
I totally forgot it. So there was no. I mean, we could have done it, but it would have had all this handling. It would have been like, "Hey, everybody, we're on the-" No, it's terrible.
Yeah,
we try and bring a level of quality here at the Problem with Everything.
Slinging that quality, D. Oh, yeah.
Did you chip a tooth?
I did. Yeah.
Holy shit.
So. Which I didn't actually. I never got to telling that story. So we'll start.
Here we go.
We'll start this one with this story. So I went while Rob was on starting his tour. I was going to Farmington, New Mexico, to see the Cottonmouth Kings, which was weird, and it was in Farmington. But so, like, right when I got there, I'm, like, walking to the venue, and I'm walking down the street chewing my gum, and all of a sudden there's, like, bone in my gum.
Oh.
I'm just like, what the fuck? And then I feel with my tongue, my front tooth, and there's a chip.
Oh, my God.
And I swallowed most of my tooth.
Oh.
But what happened when I was in 3rd grade, I broke my tooth on a chair.
Yeah.
And it broke, like, the whole, like, front bottom part off.
Same tooth?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
so
more than this.
Not missing any organic material here.
Yeah. No, it was. They patched it back on somehow.
Oh.
So it was like I was able to save the original.
Yeah.
But they said within like 5 years I'd have to have it redone again, and that was like 25 years ago.
They were off by 20 years.
Yeah. So it lasted a pretty long time, but I'm worried that the rest of the fix is going to pop off at any time now. Right. Like when I eat, sometimes it pushes against it, and it feels like it's going to like wedge in there and pry it off.
Yeah, you look like Tyler Durden now, though, on the second half of Fight Club.
Nice.
That was actually Brad Pitt does have a chipped tooth, and so we had a dentist remove.
Same thing with Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber. So I'm glad.
Really?
Before I was like, man, I look like fucking Dumb and Dumber, but now I can be like fucking Tyler Durden.
You
bitch.
are Tyler Durden.
I am kind of like Tyler Durden, now that you mention it.
His name is Robert Paulson. His name is Robert Paulson.
Bob had bitch tits.
Yeah, wow, shit. Huh.
Yeah, so that's how I opened my time there. And I was super hungry. Like, I drove, and I was, like, dehydrated and hungry. And I was walking to find a place to eat, of which there's, like, 2 in Farmington.
Right, so they're open that late anyway.
Right, so I was going... Well, this was before the show, so it was, like, 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock.
Still.
Yeah, but so I got, like, a sandwich, and I was all nervous, because I was worried right when I bit into it, the rest of my tooth was going to fall apart, and I'm fucking stuck in Farmington. Like, I guess I wasn't stuck.
With half a tooth, though.
Yeah. But it worked out so far. I mean, I lost the part that chipped off.
Yeah. You pooped it out.
Yeah, I didn't search my stool like what's her name in Jurassic Park or anything.
How dare you not shoot your own stool?
But I did go to the Cottonmouth King show in Farmington, which
how was that?
It was kind of bizarre. It was in Farmington.
Right.
I mean, that's a weird place to see a show.
There have been quite a few big like metal band type alternative shows going through.
Yeah, they said Hemlock was there a few days before, which is funny because I saw a brand new Hemlock sticker on a speed limit sign on the way there.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that was probably somebody who was hitchhiking back home.
Maybe.
There's a lot of hitching out there in the border towns.
Yeah, it's a weird place. I don't know. I mean, yeah. It is
a weird place.
Everyone knew each other but me.
Yeah.
At the show.
You were just that weird guy from out of town.
And it was to where, like, people kept high-fiving me and, like, looking at me. And I think maybe they thought I was part of the tour. Like, they thought I was, like, a merch guy. Or I was gonna be in one of the bands eventually or something.
They thought you were a roadie?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. But, yeah, like, this, like, few people kept, like, high-fiving me and be like, what's up? I was like, maybe they're like huge Batwings fans up in Farmington. I don't think that's the case.
I did get a compliment on the tattoo.
Nice.
In San Jose, we went to like a Whole Foods, and this kid behind the counter was just like, man, that tattoo is awesome. I was like, thank you.
That's cool.
I was like, what is it? I was like, oh, man. Bad Wings Forever. Check them out.
Nice.
Somewhere we're making residual money. We just don't know who's keeping it.
Are we? I don't think we are.
I think we are, because some got released through CD Baby, right?
Yeah, but we don't sell any of them.
But they still collect for you somehow.
Based on what?
By streams and downloads, and mostly streams now. But
okay.
But like the only reason I'm saying that is because the other day, like weeks ago or whatever, like around September 14th. I know this specifically because I was searching just to see what came up. I was actually looking for Not Afraid, because if you listen to this episode, hopefully we played the 8-bit version earlier.
Yeah.
But I was listening to it just for like a reference. I have it on my computer, but I didn't have it on my phone or something. And so I was looking on my phone, and CD Baby had like thrown up with the album art, like a YouTube video for like people, and it's like, you know, advertisement. There's an advertisement and stuff, and yeah, so CD Baby like does that if there's not actually like a video for it to be heard. And I mean, because they're looking, you know, they make something off of downloads and maybe off of streams too. So
they're pushing it.
Yeah, so it behooves them.
Maybe I'll check that account if I can find
the password.
Yeah,
right?
I know I have it.
Oh, if you have the email, I bet you can.
No, I got it.
Happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was really interesting.
I'll cut us all a check for like 13 cents each or whatever we burned.
Woo!
Yeah.
I feel like Phil is just going to use that all up. He's going to be like, I'm going to dollar menu, bitches.
He's going to head straight to TDs and throw change at bitches.
And Brittany will be there looking disapproving.
Anyway. You know who won't? You know who won't be there is me.
You'll be in Phoenix.
Yeah, I'm heading to Phoenix this week for a vaping expo.
Yeah.
Should be fun. Good times.
Yeah.
Slinging that juice, son.
You know, the best thing about being where you're going to be in Phoenix is it's going to be fucking air conditioned.
Yeah, it is. And the hotel is a short walk away. It's like a couple blocks.
Nice.
So suffer for a couple blocks.
It's going to be in a convention center, I'm assuming?
Yeah, Phoenix Convention Center.
Because you were like, this is the big one. This is a big vape event.
Yeah, big vape con. VapeCon 4000 as my boss has been referring to.
Nice, VapeCon 4000.
Yeah, it'll be fun. So, yeah, now I'm going to be out of town, but luckily I was here today, so we figured out this week getting an episode done.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to, like, edit it in the hotel room, which will be fun.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I did have an artist friend of mine say, like, hey, if you need me to sit in as a co-host for an episode, so maybe we'll have her on next week, or we can just we can do it next week.
We can have Zane back on, too.
Right? Zane. I love that guy.
Yeah. He was good. Back in the day when he filled in for me. That was good times.
Back before we started counting these episodes.
We counted. It was like the third one or something.
No, I'm just joking, because like I don't know if you want to talk about numbers, but the numbers have been good since the Zach Freeman episode.
Really? I stopped looking at it because it made me sad.
Well, you should look at
What do you mean by good? Like hundreds, thousands?
Nah, they doubled.
Okay. So like 2?
So they've gone from 0 to 00.
Yeah. It's gone from bad to worse. That's what happens in 0 doubles.
No, it's been good though. We definitely upped our listenership. Thankfully to all our wonderful guests, which if you haven't heard them, we've had over the last 3 weeks. We've had Zach Freeman on, Nick Furious Styles, and also Carlos the Tall from.
Yeah. Yes.
So we definitely have those in the archive. You can still check them out. You can also check us out on iTunes. I don't know why I'm plugging everything right now,
because people need to know. They need to know what the deal is. The cool thing about iTunes is you can sign up for that. You don't have to sign up. You just open the store and click subscribe.
A button. You just click a button.
Yeah, and that shit's free, and then it just shows up on your iTunes, so you don't have to remember to.
It just downloads and then.
And you'll thank yourself later.
You will.
Yeah.
One day you'll be stuck in the bathroom with nothing else to listen to.
Yeah.
And you'll be like, oh, I have those two guys' podcast.
Right.
But yeah, so that's going to be fun when it's not burning balls out there, miserable.
Yeah.
Because when we were out, it was actually pretty like temperate, but well, not true. When we were in San Fran, or the city, they call it the city. Nobody says Frisco. Nobody says San Fran. We were like joking on that shit the whole time. I was like, we better get back to Albuquerque. Oh, I mean the city. Like fuck you guys. It's the city. No, it's fucking Frisco.
There's other cities right around it. Are they not cities?
No.
They're not as good?
They're bullshit. This is the city.
Oh, okay.
Those are a city. This is the city. I don't know.
Okay.
It's ridiculous.
So is that why on Golden State's uniform it says the city?
Yes, and if you've ever seen any of the Giants' socks, some of them say the city. It's got like the skyline and it says the city. Yeah. No, I mean, I'll give it to them. Like San Fran has a lot of history. I would say it's
a cool place.
It's right up there with like Manhattan as far as like history. And
if you want to buy a fish sandwich for $37.
Exactly. If you like existing for like Andrew Jackson's every hour or whatever, like that's Manhattan and San Fran are your cities.
Paying to urinate.
If you like paying to urinate and you like having a car but not being able to use it in a city, it's fucking perfect, man. Like I will never complain about LA traffic ever again because the Bay Area traffic makes me want to like not just get out and shoot people, but have shoulder rockets and clear the freeway with them.
Yeah. You know what's fucked up about that place? I took the BART I was staying with my friend in Oakland.
Yeah.
And I took the BART from Oakland to San Francisco, and that shit stops at like 11 or something.
Yeah.
Midnight.
Yeah.
And so the show got out late, and I couldn't get back. Call. Yeah, and my friend had to come pick me up. I mean, I could have got a cab, I guess, but that would have been mad expensive.
Right, yeah.
Mad expensive. All like a cab across the bridge, yeah. I didn't have that kind of money. So.
And you can't get on that fucking place without paying a toll. Doesn't matter where. There's maybe we just didn't go the right way, but we went on like 3 different bridges, and every time it was like $5. Just for
Jesus.
And I think we didn't even go in one day. We just went by and took a bridge, and it was still like $5. And we're just like, I'm glad we have band money to blow on this because this is stupid.
Yeah.
But I will give it this: gas. Holy shit! This whole trip, I don't think we spent over like $3 maybe once. And we're talking like LA.
Thanks, fracking.
Yeah, Bay Area.
Fuck the future. Gas is cheap right now.
Those guys, I would think those guys, except not. And then I would think the Saudis. They're also the reason. They're like flooding the market because they're really trying to fuck with American gas companies.
They're good folks.
They are. They're like, fuck women, second-class citizens, cut off your hands, put some people to death.
Yeah. They're really on the ball.
Bunch of nice guys. And like,
they really hold on to tradition. You know?
That's true, yeah. And the good traditions, not these bullshit, being good at helping people out traditions. More like the, fuck you, pay me.
If I know one thing about Jesus or Muhammad, it's that he's really into greed and hatred.
Right.
Both of those guys are really into that shit, apparently.
They would skip and handhold all the way to, like, the bank of body parts, I guess.
When you said that, I envisioned this painting of Muhammad. Well, first of all, I envisioned a painting of Muhammad.
Oh,
so
infidel.
Sorry, Muslims.
Infidel.
Please don't cut my head off. It'd suck if I got my head cut off for this.
Right.
If one of the 3 people that downloads this happens to be like a Saudi cleric or whatever.
I know new targets. I know who we go after.
Yeah, but no, I pictured Jesus and Muhammad hand in hand. Maybe Muhammad would just be like a liqueous, like Alex Mack.
Yes! Oh my god, okay, keep going.
So they're hand in hand, and they've each got Uzis, and they're just firing them like this with twisted smiles on their face.
Hopefully,
symmetrically.
like starving African children.
Right, probably, yeah. Maybe in the background there's decimated huts burned to the ground,
yeah. It's lighting the whole.
And in the above it is just the devil's head behind them, floating all huge. Yeah, that's what I pictured.
And Uncle Sam high-fiving each other.
No, at the bottom is the devil's legs, and Uncle Sam is like literally riding the devil's dick. He's like got his arms and legs wrapped around the dick, and he's riding it like a fucking carousel pony. Yeah.
That's a good painting. Why aren't you painting that?
Well, because I just thought of it.
Okay, well,
So
new project.
you're the first person that noticed I chipped my tooth
Oh, really?
so far.
I must stare at your mouth a lot during this podcast.
Yeah. Well, it made me think like people don't look at each other as much in real life as when we're on this.
Because their faces and their dicks are on their phone all the time.
Well, because people are talking to each other for a reason to make something else happen in life. You know what I mean?
Right.
People don't just sit in a room and stare at each other and talk like
Longingly.
this. Right.
Yeah. No, it's I can just see it. It messed up your tooth skyline, if you will, or whatever.
Yeah, I kind of like it. I think it looks kind of cool.
Some rough edges, man. What are you gonna die without any broken bones?
Right. Yeah. Anyway, let's play another song.
Yeah, we should. I like tangents, but I also like music.
We'll do a Batwings for Lab Rats song.
Possibly a mission that needs to be translated.
Yeah, because that's the whole thing with art. The mission is translation of the inside to the outside, back to your insides.
From your outsides.
Right. Yeah. All right. Mission translation by Batwings for Lab Rats.
Yeehaw.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's funny you bring up Alex Mack. When we were we played in this place called Danville. And if you're familiar at all with Danville, there's only one reason why you would be, and it's because there's a Woody Guthrie song called Danville Girl.
Yeah.
And, which, I don't know what he would sing about now. He'd sing about what a fucking corporate whore bullshit place that is now. But, I mean, it's like a suburb, but it is like the most up their own ass, upper middle class suburb I've ever seen. But anyway, all these kids were just like adorable. They were all, just the cutest, happiest little suburbanites, but one of them seriously looked like Alex Mack. I was like, oh shit, that girl looks like Alex Mack! And Kayla was like, who? And I was like, oh.
I feel like a lot of girls look like Alex Mack. I feel like she's pretty nondescript white girl.
Well, it was just funny because, she just had the whole getup, and I was like, I haven't seen someone dressed like that since the 90s.
Oh, she was dressed like Alex
Mack. Yeah, just all straight up. Like, not just face-wise, but just the only thing was not oversized jeans.
Well, that's like the new thing, right? It's like, oh, it's so 90s.
Oh, yeah, Jinko's coming back.
Right.
The 90s are back. We're good at recycling our movements and culture.
Cool, this is going to be awesome.
Because, what's going to happen when the post-2000s happen? Are we just
I think that's the singularity. That's when the spiral gets too tight and turns in on itself.
But maybe it'll birth something new. It gets so tight. It just starts spinning, and then it creates an inversion in a black hole. But then the black hole,
right.
I don't know if black holes, they don't collapse because they're already collapsed. But something will pop out the other side of the black hole anus. And through the cultural rectum, we will have something new.
Rectum darn near killed him. Working hard or hardly working?
Yeah, it was like 8 days of it was about 8 days. 8 days of nonsense.
The tour?
Yeah, it's the first time I think that we've ever toured where we're just like, why are we doing this? I don't understand why we're doing this.
Yeah.
People were good. I ate better than I ever eat out here.
Nice.
Which is shown by my bank account, which is hitting the bottom right
Bummer.
now. But you really had to mitigate the misery through, eating something good.
Right.
But yeah. I mean, it's stupid to complain when people are good to you. When people are just like, why don't you stay at my house? In fact, even the last night, because we left at midnight. We left Napa at midnight. That's a 16-hour drive with no traffic if you're driving all night. So I started out at midnight and drove till about almost 5 in the morning.
Ooh.
Because that was about as good as I could do.
I don't know if I could do that good.
Because then I started
or that well.
That thing where you're nodding off. You're like, I hope this is a curvy road because I want to stay awake. But then you're also like, but I don't want to fly off the edge.
Oh my god.
So
that's not.
But that night we had a very nice woman who worked in alcohol marketing who was like, I go to bed, clean sheets, 420 friendly. Or I was like,
yeah.
Oh man, how do we say no to that? But basically, like on the way home, all we ate was like In-N-Out. We just stopped at every In-N-Out on the way home, and
real savage-like.
Yeah.
In-N-Out is pretty good. I'm into that shit.
Fucking tasty. You'll be able to get some of that in Phoenix.
Oh, yeah. I'm probably going to do that.
Yeah,
nice.
there you go.
That's a plan. Yeah.
Boom. Suck it. And Fatburger. I love Fatburger.
Oh, but it's so fat. I have to sleep for like a day and a half after I eat a Fatburger.
Gives you the mad-itis.
I ate it at Fatburger in Vegas on the Strip, and then I had to walk like 6 miles back to the hotel.
Oh my god. It's just like, that poor homeless guy. Like, no, he just ate Fatburger.
He became homeless because he couldn't make it back to the hotel. It took him a day and a half, and he got robbed and became homeless.
I don't know about Vegas, man. I don't know about that place.
I don't know either, but I do know a little story of seeing Cottonmouth Kings in Farmington. So, yeah. Over like the last, like year and a half-ish, everything's been terrible. Because I don't have a band, and that's awful. And around that same time, I'll spare you all the details because you don't give a shit. Because who cares about Cottonmouth Kings? Those guys are dumb. They sing about pot all the time. Who gives a fuck? But I love them, and you can go fuck yourself.
Both heats do, man.
Yeah, dude. And that's, Anyway, over that amount of time, or that span of time, they were also like breaking up with the label that they founded.
Yeah.
So,
noise.
Yeah, they had come out with an album every year. 2 albums, really, like an album and then a B-sides and remixes every year since like
keep up.
The past 15 years. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But so that was going on over the same amount of time, so they didn't have new music that whole time. So my life was in total chaos. It had spun off into madness. Like, I had no band, I wasn't doing anything, and Cottonmouth Kings were no longer putting anything new out.
My anchors and sails were fucked.
Yeah, my snow globe was shattered on the ground, and I was leaking out and getting cuts of the glass and suffocating like a fish on the beach. But yeah, so I went to see them. They finally came out with their new album. They started their new label.
Do you know what the name of the label is?
It's called United Family Music.
Huh.
But over that span of time, one of the members left the band, and then another one left, and there's a lot of like rumors and hate and shittiness. Yeah. And it kind of became just petty bullshit, the opposite of what they had always stood for and what the whole scene had always been about.
Which was good times, good friends, and good weed.
Right. It kind of seemed like they were all like jaded and fake and shitty. And so I got the new album. It was pretty cool, but it was kind of bittersweet because Johnny Richter's not on that shit. And I was just like, I don't know, man. And but they were coming to Farmington, New Mexico. So I was like, you know what? One last time, yes. I'm going to fucking go. I'm just going to stand in the back and be old and have a few drinks and watch them.
Look at these kids.
Right. So I got there. My tooth fell apart.
Because of some evil fucking gum from hell. Was it ham flavored? Is it ham bone in there?
No, it was regular ass gum. I don't know what the fuck. But so I went into the show, had some drinks, forgot about the disturbing feeling in my mouth. Yeah. My jagged tooth, and sat through some openers that left something to be desired.
Right.
But it was kind of a showcase of the Farmington Juggalo rap scene.
That's what I was going to say.
It wasn't really
refugee.
A couple of them were pretty good.
Refugee rap rock scene.
Yeah, a couple of them were pretty good. But anyway. Next thing I know, Cottonmouth Kings are coming out on stage, and I'd only had a couple drinks at this point, so I wasn't plastered, so you can't attribute it to that. Yeah. Next thing I know, I'm moshing with teenagers, shit is awesome. Like, for whatever it is about what they do, I'm right back being 16 years old, high for the first time again.
Awesome.
Like, instantly.
Yeah.
And I get that it's like silly, stupid shit, and that Cottonmouth Kings fans have
Whatever.
lower IQs than your average person, or whatever you want to say.
We'll take a survey of what everybody was into at 16, and we'll see how fucking uncool everybody else
Right, yeah. I don't give a shit. It's what I like.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so with Batwings, like, they had always been a personal inspiration. And not because I wanted to make songs about pot and fucking chicks and drinking.
Yeah, it was just your version after it had gone through the conduit of you.
Right. I wanted to be the thinking man's Cottonmouth Kings, the thinking man's Limp Bizkit. Right. That was like my whole angle. And the thing I really admired about them is the DIY thing. Right. Like, they did it all themselves. Like, they rode the major label for like 2 albums to save up the money to do it themselves.
That's what they took from punk rock when they started out. Yeah.
Right. Well, and Daddy X, who founded Cottonmouth King, was an old punk rocker. So, but anyway, so I found myself somewhat reinvigorated with life. Yeah. This homecoming, even though it wasn't at home, it was in fucking Farmington. Right. Nothing against Farmington. It's just weird to see a show in a tiny town like that. It's just bizarre. Yeah. But
especially when you've shared a stage with them at the convention center.
Right. Right. Yeah, but so I had a great time, and I felt so that same week I started a new job, right? And I don't want to get into details or whatever, but it's a pretty good job. It's a promotion at the place I worked before.
Oh, okay.
They treat me really, really well. I love the people I work for.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, I have all these responsibilities now. It matters if I miss work now, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's rough.
And which is all fine and good, and I can dig it, but in part of my mind, I'm thinking, like, is this what I'm doing? Is this my life now? How did I get here? This is not my beautiful home, Like, that whole thing.
Yeah.
And so that feeling, coupled with seeing this show and feeling like, oh yeah, this is the thing.
Right.
This is the thing I've been missing.
Yeah.
Yes, the feeling.
Gives you the tingle and the dingle.
Right. I feel that for my part, it's time to do some sort of thing again. Yeah. And I want that thing to be some sort of Batwings for Lab Rats project, if you're down to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have talked about this not on maybe a little bit. We talked about in the last couple episodes, but you've brought up the idea.
I've dropped hints before, but this experience kind of solidified. That's what I want to do.
I'm kind of glad. I'm kind of glad you went to Mecca. You were just like, I'm going to go to Mecca. I'm very proud of you as someone who is not necessarily trying to hold on to your youth, but just hold on to the feeling of
it's not. I mean, I get it. Whatever. Like, it's not.
I call it the lust for life, though. Like, Like there was a thing that this tour kind of brought up was like, I don't play guitar for fun anymore. Like, I don't know what that's like at this point, because
that's a problem.
We've been playing like shows every week, and we've been touring twice a year. Where you're playing guitar like 16 days in a row or something like that every night. Sometimes for like 3 hours, which is fucking ridiculous. So, like, if I'm out, like at a party or something, or just hanging out with people, and somebody hands me a guitar, I automatically like go right to start playing the set. Like, I don't have the ability to be like, let's jam, or let's like play a fun cover that I used to know, because I don't fucking know anything anymore. It's all like automatic, and so that was kind of the thing we talked about on the road when we were out. Is like, I don't know what it's like to pick up a guitar for fun. I don't do that anymore. Like,
that sucks.
Which of things that you're like young and that save your life, guitar playing like saved my life. If I never picked up a guitar, I don't know what I'd be doing right now. I'd probably be like a drug addict, fucking half dead, or already dead. I never thought I'd make it to 30 in the first place.
I'd probably be like a doctor or a stockbroker or something. That'd be the worst.
You'd still be living off the blood of the
God.
No, but like, that was the thing that like made me feel alive, and now it's like a very like robotic machine thing, and so somehow I gotta like bring it back to like,
back to the roots.
It feeds my soul, man.
Right. Yeah, just like a diversity of projects. You can kind of like swing from one to the other, and then you have something fresh to...
Right.
Yeah.
For your brain.
It's like when I get tired of playing hockey, I play Elder Scrolls. It's like that. And then it's a whole fresh new experience.
How is your gaming life? Mine is dead right now because my fucking controller's dead on my PS3.
Mine's alright. I haven't had a whole lot of time. I suck at hockey. That whole being in the top 5% or whatever is out the window.
Gone. Yeah, that's.
I'm dropping hard.
I picked up Battlefield 3 again. And I sat and played a session, and I got my ass kicked all over the place. Like, I think my kill ratio was getting up to like 2 to 1, where like for every time I got killed, I killed 2 people. Those rounds that I played, I think I was dead in the double digits and did not kill anybody.
Jesus, that'll fuck up your average.
Yeah, it was terrible, and I just kind of sat there and I was like, well, you haven't played for like years, so maybe that's, I don't know, it was pathetic.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of retro shit, emulator stuff. I was playing Batman, the video game. It's pretty fucking sweet.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I have found that is, in some ways, way more satisfying at this point.
Yeah, I like it because you can just pick it up and play it.
Yeah.
You don't have to remember all this shit, and you're not playing against a 9-year-old who's done nothing for a month to play it.
Because they don't have anything else to fucking do.
Right. You kick the shit out of you and then talk shit to you.
And teabag you.
There's nothing worse than when a 9-year-old kid in Scottsdale, Arizona calls you a nigger on the internet. Fuck that. That shit sucks.
They're the worst.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I know that, yeah, they love that word in faggot. They're just like,
right.
On gaming. And it's so cute how they have like, please refrain from abusing other members and using, slurs and things like that. And that's all people say. Like, that's all they say the whole time.
Yeah, like in the hockey league where you play as an individual player on teams with other players. Yeah, everyone's name, it's always like a black guy that they make their character, and then they give it some racist name.
Oh my god!
It's always something. I can't think of examples, but they figure out what'll get around the automatic slur censor logarithm.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Like Jay-Z's lips or something like that.
Right, right. Just something subtly, or not so subtly, but racist. Right. And it's like at least half the players, it feels like, are that. Or they make a female character and call her like cum dumpster or like,
that's the only thing about Battlefield is you can't like pick like a representation like that. But the people still came up like Sister Fister was the one that like I could never get over. That was the most ridiculous, funniest name ever.
The twisted, sinister Mr. Sister Fister's mistress insists on blistered pisser mischief. Blistered pisser mischief.
That was your bonus tongue twister of the day.
Yeah.
So say it. When you meet a girl, you just say that right to her.
That's a good opener.
And she'll either be like, "You're amazing," or she'll be like, ugh. And if she says, you didn't want to hang out with her anyway. You
don't need that bitch.
Yeah.
You don't need that kind of negativity in your life.
No, because then all she was going to want was drinks anyway.
Right. Just going to use you for free drinks and then disappear.
At least the other one would be more fun.
Right. And suck your dick in a bathroom stall. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe you don't want to mess with that. I don't know what kind of sores you're going to get.
You just take your teeth out? Yeah, honey, meth is a hell of a drug.
I don't know. I feel like if she's on meth and can afford the dentures, then she's a functional meth head.
Yeah. It's fun and functional.
And the funk with that mouth stank.
No. We were in Barstow, man, and I don't know if I just haven't been to little shitty hick towns in a while or something like that. But man, everybody in Little Town America is fat. Because we also stopped in Winslow, Arizona, and everybody was...
Did you stand on the corner in Winslow, Arizona?
Yeah. So that was...
That's just like the other town you were talking about.
When did that song come out?
I don't know.
Like 60s, 70s?
70s.
They're still trying to ride that fame?
Yeah.
Like, so hard?
Every time I've ever stopped for gas there's mad merch in the gas station with that lyric printed on it. Like wallets and shirts and posters.
It's depressing. Like when you stop there, because we were driving through downtown looking for gas. There's more buildings boarded up than there are open. Like, just
Damn.
disrepair and crumbling. And
Ghost town in the making.
It is. It is a ghost town. It's creepy. Because I've stopped there in the 90s, and it was like, alive and bustling for as much as Winslow, Arizona could be, but yeah, they're trying to ride that hard. But anyway, the crazy thing about Barstow is, like, the only way you're going to see a skinny person in a Walmart in Barstow is if they're on meth.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't know, man. It's crazy.
I would like to announce that the Dodgers are now ahead 3-0 in Game 3 of the National League Division Series.
Damn. Who are they playing?
The Mets.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'm missing Game 3 to do this podcast. So I hope you people appreciate that shit.
Yeah, appreciate it. I saw part of the game when we were in one of the wine tasting rooms that we were performing at.
Yeah.
I was half watching it, half trying to play. I don't... I think that's when you can just, like, play your set without thinking about it, is you start watching TV during your set.
Just going through the motions.
Yeah, and you're just like, I'm watching TV, and there's things on TV that seem interesting to me.
Right.
That's when you're like, okay, maybe you need a break.
Hi, I'm Lowki Sapfoot. Thanks for listening to our podcast, The Problem with Everything. It means a lot.
Your reverential tone of voice reminds me of a memory about the song we're about to play.
Oh, yeah?
We were playing at the now defunct, it was an all-ages venue. I'm totally spacing on the name.
Oh, the one that moved from... I can't remember their name either.
Yeah, they suck.
The rocket pad.
Yeah.
Rocket ship land.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's close.
It's not, but...
It doesn't matter.
But they don't... Amped. All-ages
right.
space.
Rocket pad.
We played at Amped, and it was a really fun show, and we had a lot of good people there, and some not so good people, so fuck those people. But
that was the one that was like a showcase for some thing?
Yeah, I think so. And right in the middle of that song, this song that's going to be played, the PA where the vocals went out. Everything else was still going through, but we had no vocals. But we had the crowd like singing the vocals back to us, and I don't care about what anybody else's metric for making it is. That was my moment of making it.
It's been all downhill ever since.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Bullshit. The dream was over after that.
And that song was Blood Song by Batwings for Lab Rats.
Which is up next.
So listen close so you'll know the words if you ever find yourself at a Batwings for Lab Rats concert in the year 2038.
Whoa.
You can sing along.
The reunion show.
Yeah. I'm excited about the baseball. I'm excited to go to Phoenix.
Why is there going to be a game?
No. It'll be a different thing to do. It's going to be a lot of work, but it'll be fun.
You're going to have a booth out there?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Booths are fun, though.
It should be pretty cool.
Because, first of all, you get, like, at least, things comped. I mean, you're not going to have to park, but you'll get, like, to go in, it'll be comped. You'll meet other people in the biz, and they'll want to give you free shit if you have interest in their free shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I'm saying, find the food vendors. Or anybody giving out alcohol.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's giving out alcohol.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was going to be, like, beer, but then I guess the Attorney General stepped in and said, you can have it, but it's got to be a beer garden.
Is that I'm a fucking fun killer, dickhead?
Pretty much.
God, I hate these fucking assholes.
They still have it. It's just contained. You can't walk around with a beer.
Even here when you have the chocolate and coffee festival,
they
didn't need to, like, cordon anything off. They were just like, here's some booze mixed in. Like, and this is New Mexico. We're crazy about that shit. When we go to California, nobody cards us. Nobody cards us up and down the West Coast. Not in Oregon, not in Washington. Nobody fucking cards gray-haired people. Only in fucking New Mexico. Seriously.
My grandpa got carded for cigars at Walgreens, and he made a scene.
What did he do?
He just went off on him and totally refused to show them ID and walked out. Like, I mean, just... But yeah, what the fuck?
It's ridiculous. I mean,
I'm like 78 years old or whatever. I haven't earned the right for you not to card me when I'm trying to buy some cigars at the fucking Walgreens. Fuck you.
Well, my ID. Do I look like I'm 16 and I'm going to go back to the high school and smoke this shit?
Well, you might have like that Robin Williams disease from that movie where he grows too much.
Jack.
Yeah, Jack.
Oh my god. Yeah, right. Where you got your Benjamin Button's disease going on here.
Right.
It's just, we've gone overboard with it. It's ridiculous. There's no reason for it. There's no reason for gray-haired people to be getting carded for any of that shit.
Well, to be fair, I had gray hairs before I was 21.
Yeah.
And a couple before I was 18.
But, like...
I obviously was still
It wasn't
young.
a majority. And, frankly, like, if that's the case...
Well, the majority of your hair is not gray. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no. That's what I'm saying. Like, a majority... Well, yeah, but... I don't know. I'm fine with it. I look like a baby. That's cool. We all know I look like I'm still like 19 and, whatever.
Oh, you're just talking about someone else.
But I'm talking about like even my mom. Like, I mean, she doesn't even look that old either. But still, like, it's just it's out of hand. I don't like. We've lost our fucking minds in this state about it.
Well, it's because people are too dumb or lazy to diligently follow up on checking IDs. So they have to make it this blanket thing where you have to check everyone because that's the only way to get people to do their fucking job.
Yeah.
Is to give them a very simple, do this every time. Okay.
Which is why you still see signs that say employees need to wash their hands.
Right. Obviously.
Every bathroom everywhere.
Yeah.
I just had the worst diarrhea. I guess I should go handle somebody's dinner.
So speaking of employees washing our hands, we're washing our hands of the past, moving forward into the new beyond. What are we going to do with this Batwing shit?
I don't know. I know we're talking about like the remix, but you don't even want to think about, speaking of moving on to the future, a different name? Or you like the brand? Considering we have the brand on us already.
I feel like we're the faces of it. I don't feel like...
Kind of like how Cottonmouth Kings have not changed their name no matter...
Right.
I'm trying to think of like if there's a TV show or a group where like every member has been pretty much replaced. There is the Brady Bunch.
Smashing Pumpkins.
Brady Bunch had a fake Jan. Had like a
Bewitched.
The variety show.
Yeah.
Damn, I can't think of anything else. But...
Roseanne, Switched Out Daughters.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. In the second, in Devil's Rejects, a couple of the characters are different actors.
Yeah.
Yeah, happens a lot.
Yeah.
X-Files has the opposite problem. They get the same actors playing different parts over the series. It's so fucking annoying.
Oh, really?
Roger Cross is on it like 3 times, and that bald guy from Lost is on it 2 or 3 times as different characters. It's infuriating. I guess they didn't take it binge watching into account when they were making TV shows in 1995, but
I don't know why they didn't. They took into account other drugs. Oh man, is that light broken? That one is.
Ooh, it is.
It's fully broken.
Yeah. I didn't do it.
For those of you that can't see that,
which is all of you,
it's none of your business, but I went ahead and brought it up anyway, right in the middle of the podcast.
Well, it's closer to the end than the middle, to be fair. But, I don't know. I like the name, the Batwings name. I feel like it's appropriate.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
I'd listen to arguments against, but I don't know. I feel like
it's not like I have a better name. So, Pig legs for dog people.
It's not as good.
No.
Dog people is kind of good.
Dog people.
Bald Chicks. We almost named the band Bald Chicks originally.
End of the world. My favorite was Up Syndrome.
Up Syndrome.
Up Syndrome is still like the best. Then maybe we can name an album.
I was. I don't think it's actually a good title, but maybe it is. If we made so I was thinking we'll make a few remixes and then a couple new things.
Yeah.
That's my idea.
Right.
And in my brain, when I was thinking about this, the title was Back in the Lab. But that's dumb. But you get the... Yeah.
Relabbed?
Yeah, I don't know.
Labrador? But we saw some Santa Monica rats.
Yeah. It was a sign.
It probably was. There was a family of them, and they were all...
The sign of the bat rat.
They were all eating garbage. Adorable. I was like,
living high on the hog in Ratland.
Home. Somebody had left an apple, which I assume was for a homeless person, right on the edge of the fence. But I was just like, let them feed the rats with that, and knocked it over. And I'm sure somebody was standing there being like, "Oh, I got to tell you one thing though." So we went to this place called the Hammer Museum. Armand Hammer is the guy who's named after.
Okay.
Like Armand Tamzarian from
Yeah.
Mr. Skinner, or Principal Skinner's real name.
Can I see Armin's copy of whatever?
Right.
Skin or whatever it was?
It says Armin's bed, Armin's leather jacket, and Armin's copy of Look or something like that.
Yeah.
So Armand Hammer, Taylor was like, what does that have to do with the baking soda? And I was like, I don't think it has anything to do with it.
So it's just a coincidence?
Yeah.
That's not a joke or like
it might have been a joke. I don't think
what was the nature of this museum?
It was art. It was an art museum.
Okay.
Of course, like half of the exhibits were not open yet, so that was annoying. So we got to see like 3 of the exhibits. But they had the coolest thing, which were these chairs that were like spun plastic. They kind of looked like upside down tops a little bit or something. So you like sit in them, but they like rock like in a circle. And as you like rock in the circle, you like move, like slowly to one side or the other, depending on which way you're rocking. So like it feels like you're gonna fall back the whole time, but you just keep spinning and you like slowly turn as you're spinning in this chair. I don't know how to describe it.
That's weird.
It's pretty amazing though. I think maybe this what I'll do. I took video while I was sitting in one.
Yeah.
Since I mentioned it, what I'll do is I'll put it up for the promo video for this week on Monday.
Nice.
So people can see it from like the selfie point of view, because it was just too bizarre. And they sell them for like $800. You just order like one and they'll bring it to you. Like they'll ship it to you in 3 to 4 weeks.
Word.
Which like, I mean, $800 is a lot, but honestly, for one of those chairs, I feel like it would almost be worth it.
Is it comfortable or is it just the novelty of that it's weird?
It's not it's not uncomfortable, because you're sitting in it so that you're like, you're sitting in it so it's causing your body to make a V shape.
Okay.
So there's not, and because of the bottom is like flanged out, or like, there's like a round part, you can put your feet down. So it's like, it's pretty comfortable. You're really using like more core muscles than anything, which again is fine for lazy fat Americans.
Right. We could all use the extra.
Yeah, a little bit of a core workout, but it was. I saw one kid go a little too crazy and he fell off backwards. He shouldn't have kind of. I was like, I didn't see that coming. Yeah, I did. I was trying not to laugh, poor guy. But like, he was like, what will do? Yes,
nice.
But yeah. So next week we should have a guest. You'll be back. You'll be back on Tuesday, right? You're gonna be gone for most of the.
Yeah, I'll be back Tuesday. We can meet Tuesday night next week if you want.
Okay.
Instead of Monday.
I'll figure that out.
Or we can do like a outcast situation.
Right. We'll see what we come up with. We'll sit in the lab with the other rats.
Working hard or hardly working?
I don't even know anymore. Hey, just so you know, though, you should get her done.
Yeah, so I guess that's like the official announcement. There will be some sort of new Batwings thing happening. I don't know what the nature of it will be exactly.
Maybe we'll just mix it up, man. Do electronics, we'll do acoustics, we'll do electronic acoustics, we'll do acoustic electronics.
Yeah.
We'll, I like that other idea of the collaborating with other bands.
Yeah.
Just like sit in and practice a song. I mean, like Reviva would be. I mean, I don't know if you know any of the guys from Reviva, but like a band like that.
I went to high school with one of them, but I don't really know him. I just know him.
Or Mondo, or any of those like.
Yeah, no. I'd like it all to sound like similar.
Yeah.
Like I don't want it to be like all over the place necessarily. Okay. Maybe. I mean, that could be argued with, but like I'm thinking like a similar production, even like different genres within that, but like. Production-wise, like a similar kind of vibe, but it would be awesome to have different guests on every part.
Right. Especially, guest vocalists, MCs, instrumentalists, drummers, band folk.
Yeah. We can do like crazy like cross things. We can get like Romeo and like Mondo and fucking Zach on a song. You know, like crazy weird combinations.
Right.
Yeah. Make like
more combinations.
The Batwings All-Stars.
More combinations than an ice cream shop. Yes. Sorry, that should have been way better.
We
know who is not the lyricist in that.
you know what we should call it is the Tingley Beach Dub All Stars. That's what we should call the album.
Yes.
Tingley Beach Dub All Stars.
Yes. No arguments here. That's a fantastic name.
Awesome.
Anybody who isn't copping that shit in the next year, you're missing out already.
Yeah. Alright, you heard it here first. Tingley Beach Dub All Stars by Bowings for Lab Rats is coming soon, as soon as we make it.
Well, I'm your co-host, Holiday Rob, and this is
Lowki Sapfoot.
And we're the what? We're the problem with everything. Shit.
We're the holiday bat rat problem.
I can't remember what I'm doing anymore.
The quiet holiday bat rat problem. Dub All-Star Tingley Beach Rats. Alright, we'll see you next week.
Peace out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gunther, the time window is closing, Gunther.
I don't know. But they all make fun of my phone because it's got the keypad. Or you can hear me typing.
Yeah, mine is a flip phone. Can you hear it flip?
Yeah, I did. I heard it flip.
Sounds like an NES controller.
That's how old it sounds. Nice phone, Grandpa. I can't do touchscreens. I hate touchscreens. Touchscreens are the bane of my existence.
Yeah.
I don't like it. It's stupid and it has no response.
It's weird because it's just like all greasy and weird looking.
Oh.
And then all your friends are touching it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then they're wondering why they find fecal matter on phones.
Yeah, well, it's because everyone's shitting with them.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone takes their... I was reading a bottle of like shampoo or something while I was shitting the other day.
Yeah.
And at the bottom of it, it said, are you just reading this because you forgot your smartphone in the bathroom? I thought that was pretty funny.
That was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So you may have heard, if you've been listening this whole time, which you should have, and if you haven't, I don't know how you got to the middle and the ending here.
Yeah.
But we're going to play you a song that we played at the beginning.
Yeah. But this is like the real version of the 8-bit version that we played earlier.
Of the tribute of this song. So it came full circle.
Right. This is the OG version of Not Afraid.
Just like in 2025, when we've recycled everything, we're recycling the recyclables.
Yeah. Right. And then the singularity will happen. The robots will take over. And
Not Afraid will be gone.
We're going to build sex robots, and then our sex robots are going to fuck us to death. But you know what? I'm not afraid.
I'm not afraid either.
Drying glued up, no cracks to slip through, no place to get to, a plane laid out, no wind inside. It's this dawnless night, these clocks unwinding, these bending brains, insane behavior, curtailed observer. It's stranger than science, alliance with violence, mindless compliance, a hate bots accepting a fate of division. We stand here with our hands in the air, and they ignore us like we're not there. But if you weren't standing right here, you'll watch it on your TV screen. Skin's a prison, my mission shall bloom, my isness shall glisten, insistence on visions a must, distrust all truth, there's no such thing, outsane, disdain, so pained by the program, I am God, so get off your knees, see the stars shine, intertwine serpents climbing the sky. Why is the reason this season's for chaos? Season for chaos.
We stand here with our hands in the air, and they ignore us like we're not there. But if you weren't standing right here, you'll watch it on your TV.
What if we just want a break? 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 Not a break! Not a break! Invert the perversion, take your heart back. Soul cracks aversion, a truth you can't win at. I've been that and this both. Hidden my wings, have grown up and out is the only place to get to. I spit you a heart shard to pierce the veil with. I play with fire, I love to burn. I'm unconcerned now, jonesing for nothing. Love in the struggle to crack the facade.
We stand here with our hands